Hello, good afternoon, and happy Saturday, Wonder VAs. I am your host for today, Glenna, and I am with Miss Maan, our CMO.
Hi
Hello.
everyone! Magandang tanghali hapon sa inyong lahat. So, isa na namang session ng ating webinar today. So, again, my name is Man. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Bain Philippines. Again, kasama din natin ang ating recruitment head, si Glana. So, excited na ba kayo? Excited na kayo? Please give us a heart.
Ayan. Kanina pa po umuulan, ayan, dumami pa lalo ang heart. So yan, guys, bago natin pag-usapan ang topic ngayon na pinaka-aabangan ng iba kasi maraming nagre-request na next naman po na topic natin sa free webinar ay bookkeeping. So ito na nga po ang inaabangan ninyo. Meron na po tayo ngayong bookkeeping webinar and this is for free as always. So bago ang lahat, ibibigay po muna ni Miss Maan ang ating house rules.
Okay, so every webinar sa mga bago sa mga bago umattend ng webinar namin, we have some house rules, okay? So number one, no bashing or harsh words. So be kind always, especially sa ating speaker. So number two, like for example, you have questions. So you can put your questions in the Q&A tab. Um, Much better kung magre-rename kayo. So magre-rename kayo so that makikita namin yung pangalan niyo doon. Number three, chat box is for announcement and link. So yung chat box natin, so iba yung Q&A ha, makikita niyo yung may Q&A kayo dito sa Zoom and then meron ding para sa messages. Yung messages, yung chat box na yon, disabled yon. It's only used for the announcement and also for the link na ibibigay namin. So number four, ito na nga, yung rename your Zoom so that we can actually recognize you, especially during the games. So because like for example, at 2 p.m., we're going to have games here na I hope na mag-join kayo. So you have to rename yourself so that ma-recognize namin kayo. Okay? Number five, stay till the end of the webinar because during the end of the webinar, doon kasi kami nagbibigay ng attendance link na gagamitin namin to send you the certificate. So number six, for recap, you can actually subscribe to our YouTube channel. So it's our work at home by Bain. You can actually check our YouTube channel. Nandun po lahat ng replays ng aming webinar. And we're actually posting it every week. Okay? Gusto ko pong dagdagan ang house rule na to. Number seven po, I think after what, post-webinar na po to ha, yung po sa mga certificate, we have to be patient. Inihahanda po namin ng certificate. Don't worry po. Once na nag-sign up po kayo sa attendance link, makaka-receive po kayo ng certificate. So, kasi marami po nagma-message, nasa na po ang certificate. So, like after lang webinar, naghihingi na po agad kasi inihahanda po namin yon. But you're going to receive it within the week.
Yes. Pwedeng dagdagan din na sana wag muna natin pag-usapan ngayon yung certificate during the discussion. Basta po, hindi po kami nagbibigay na kami ng link after na yon, okay? Kasi sasabihin, iba nagpunta lang dito para sa attendance. Makinig po kayo at namnamin ko ano ituturo ng speaker natin. Okay po? So yon, hi sa mga attendees natin dito sa Zoom 197 and also we are live in Facebook. Hello po sa inyo dyan at sa mga gustong maka-avail pa ng free certificate pero nanonood sa Facebook. Pasok po kayo dito. Naka-post po sa aming FB page ang Zoom link. So, hindi pa po limit. So, marami pang pwedeng mag-join dito. Okay? At meron pa kayong chance manalo. Alright? So, sino na ba dito ang ready? Gusto ko makita at matry ninyo dito sa chat box or dito sa Q&A rather. Type naman kayo ng 1. 1. Ayan. Para sa mga ready ng makinig.
Hmm.
Ayan, yan, madami-dami. May nagtanong agad, is this recorded? Opo, recorded po. Kaya mamaya share ko yung link sa social namin or sa YouTube para po mapuntahan ninyo for recap. Yan. Ayan, so ready na sila. Huwag na natin patagalin. Papakilala na natin ang ating speaker for today. So, mga Wonder VAs, we have an amazing guest speaker for today who's here to make an accounting and taxes a whole lot less intimidating, okay? She is a QuickBooks Online Pro advisor, tax consultant, bookkeeper with over 5 years of experience helping freelancers, online sellers, starts up, and small business owners to stay on top of their finances. So she's not just a number about numbers. She's also passionate about making financial statement management simple and stress-free for entrepreneurs. So whether it is a tax preparation, bookkeeping, business compliance, lahat pwede nyo siyang tanungin, okay? She got the knowledge and insight to help you out. So get ready to learn some valuable tips today. Let's give a warm welcome to our webinar speaker for today, Mami Ladi. Clap, 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 everyone. Heart, heart, lahat ng reaction. Hello,
Yeah.
Mami Ladi.
Hello, good afternoon. Ang ano naman, medyo energized kayong lahat. Nakikita ko lahat ng mga reactions
Ayan,
ninyo.
ang
So
dami.
maraming salamat.
Ayan po. Ayan, nadagdagan na. 211 attendees sa Zoom.
Wow. Okay.
So,
That's
kamusta po?
pressure, Char.
Yes, Mami Ladi, kamusta po kayo today?
Uh, to be honest, I tulad ninyo, Saturday is actually where I sleep in. Most of the time, tanghali na tayo nagising. So, but otherwise, it is fun. So far, it has been fun, and I hope that it's gonna be more fun while we're doing this webinar.
Okay. Mami Ladi, pwede po ba bago tayo mag-umpisa, makahingi po muna kami sa inyo ng konting backstory. Paano po kayo nag-umpisa dito sa online work as a
Sure, sure. Medyo mahaba kasi ang journey ko, yes,
Opo.
I'll try to make it as brief as
Yan.
possible. But I've already known about online jobs or at least online work since 2010.
Okay po. Ang tagal na rin pala.
Yes, but on and off, hindi siya tuloy-tuloy. If I were to describe myself, I've actually worked as an OFW and I've learned pretty much all of what I currently have from when I was OFW. Yung I would say my mentor, who's actually my immediate supervisor or my boss, used to be an editor-in-chief of the medical journal. So doon ko natutunan yung pagiging content writer. However, when I got back here in the Philippines, my number one goal was to actually work online because we have to admit na yung idea pa lang na magko-commute tayo to and from sa bahay, parang hindi ko yata kakayanin. I don't like the traffic, to be honest. And so sabi ko, mukhang hindi ko kaya magbiyahe araw-araw. So after a while, I've looked for jobs kasi I wanted to immerse myself also back here in the Philippines because I don't know anything about it. Kaya nag-aral tayo ulit, nagtrabaho din tayo sa BPO, but it wasn't as satisfying. So I really focused on looking for jobs online. And then pandemic hit. Which is actually a good thing because a lot of people are working online anyway.
Opo.
So, so yun, kaya nakahanap tayo.
Hmm. Nawala, Mami Ladi.
Hello?
Ayan,
Yeah. Nawala ba?
Opo.
Sorry. Ayun. So, naghanap tayo basically ng within our field. And pangalan nun. And hopefully, yun nga, something that I can do just at home. And this actually is a really godsend in a way. Kasi ngayon, at least alam na marami nang nakakaalam na there can be a career online. So, that's when I also, yun nga, by 2021, that's where I found or I met my client, my long-term client, and then with the help of also fellow freelancers who actually don't know anything about taxation and bookkeeping, ako yung naging go-to nila. So sila rin yung nag-convince sa akin na why don't you go back to being a bookkeeper and tax consultant kasi I kind of strayed away from that field kasi mas nag-focus ako sa admin. So now that I am back, I am actually here to help others out as well.
Ayan. So, sana madaming na-inspire sa kwento ni Mami Ladi. And yan, start na po tayo sa discussion and then ma-inform na rin po sila kung ano po yung pwede nilang ma-expect today, kung ano yung matututunan. Yan po. Maraming
Sure.
salamat. It's
No
time to
problem.
share your screen, ma'am.
Thank you. Yung screen.
Loading po. Okay.
Okay, so kita na po.
Yes po.
Thank you so much. So yes, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So this is actually an introduction to financial VA. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakakilala sa akin, again, I am Ladi and I'm actually a bookkeeper for over 5 years now. Been VA, full-time VA for over 4 years naman. So I am actually a bookkeeper here in the Philippines, but I also do bookkeeping for international clients. So I hope that I can also impart some knowledge to all of you regarding how to do bookkeeping here in the Philippines as well as also abroad. So what exactly does a financial VA do? Yun ang tatanungin natin. But first of all, we also have an objective similar to what Miss Maan had introduced. So I was kind of expecting everybody or all of us that we can define bookkeeping and understand its importance by the end of this session. At the same time, we can learn about qualifications, requirements, and a possible future career as a bookkeeper. At the same time, this is also for aspiring bookkeepers to take on an exciting new career path. As we all have understood, di ba sa pag-aaral pa lang natin na sinasabi sa atin, this is going to be your work. All of us. Yeah. So we are going to debunk some myths. So this is why I put there no kaagad. Kasi may mga tanong na yung parang mga ano nga stereotype questions. Tama ba? Totoo ba to? So I'm gonna say no to most of it. So ano ba yung mga tanong? Do you need to be an accountant to do bookkeeping? The answer is definitely no. You can pretty much do regardless of your background. You can do bookkeeping. What's next? Do you need to have a degree to do bookkeeping? I've actually met a lot of people who don't have a degree who is currently doing bookkeeping. So it's a big no. What else? Do you need to be good in math to do bookkeeping? Definitely not. That's what the calculators are for. Yun ang purpose din ng pangalan nun, ng what do you call those? Excel sheets and Google Sheets. Meron na kasi silang automatic na computation. Yan. And next, do you need to have a business to do bookkeeping? Absolutely not. You can actually do this for personal purposes. That's why we are debunking some myths. However, we also have a lot more questions. Like, fortunately, it's not. It's not easy. No, you can say that. However, if you've already been doing bookkeeping for a while, even if you're not per se a bookkeeper, you can, of course. Siguro in a sense, depende sa kung saan ka naghahanap. And that's where what we're going to learn as well. Where are we going to find these jobs? Yan. Do I need to have experience in bookkeeping to be a bookkeeper or bookkeeping VA? The answer can be no. However, however, uh, it must you must be skilled. Ganon. Uh, Bookkeeping is actually a service on its own. Uulit-ulitin natin tong sasabihin throughout the session that bookkeeping is a service on its own. Hindi ka tuturuan ni client, ikaw ang magtuturo kay client. So if you're here to say na, tuturuan naman ako ni client, it's a big no. This is actually the job where you already need to have the skills before you even go through bookkeeping because you are going to tell the clients what to do, not the other way around. Yan. So, medyo clear tayo pagdating sa ganon. Next, you definitely don't need, but it's a great help. Syempre, iba pa rin kapag kami nakita, certified bookkeeper pala ako. Certified QuickBooks Pro advisor pala ako. So, malaking tulong siya kasi it only shows that you are proficient and skilled with that specific field. But is it necessary to get a bookkeeping job? Not necessarily. So, at least meron tayong idea na, okay, medyo mawala na yung stereotype questions about bookkeeping. So, what else? So now that we already know and debunk some myths, let's now do an introduction to bookkeeping. So what exactly is bookkeeping? So bookkeeping is the process of recording and organizing all of the business financial transactions. In short, we record how much money is coming in, even the anticipated ones, yung mga padating pa lang, magbabayad pa lang, and how much is spent, magkano yung nagastos natin. So money coming in, money coming out. Yan. So bakit nga ba importante ang bookkeeping? Yan. So it is important and vital, and I do mean very important to any business as it provides an accurate picture of the business's financial health. It will help them make informed decisions, track progress over time, comply with tax laws. It will also help you decide kung kailangan ba na pangalan nun, mag-expand yung business or magkaroon ng additional employees, you need to find out by doing bookkeeping. So benefits of bookkeeping. This is regardless of whether it is for business or for personal purposes. There are certainly a lot of benefits. Number one, it provides an accurate picture of the business's financial performance, di ba? So, syempre, pag alam natin kung magkano yung pumapasok na pera sa atin at magkano yung mga pinagkakagastusan natin, magkano rin yung natitira sa atin, alam natin na, okay, kaya ko pang, o kailangan ko ba ito? Kailangan ko bang mag-cut down o kailangan kong, bilhin ko to, afford ko ba? Yan ang gan. Pagka alam natin kung magkano yung, or at least alam natin yung financial performance ng business, uh, mas madali para sa ating makapag-desisyon regarding finances. So next is also help identify and correct errors. Kasi hindi naman maiiwasan. May mga mali-mali rin tayong na-encode. Pero pagka regular tayong gumagawa ng bookkeeping or we regularly keep track of our finances, it's easy to identify and also to correct the errors. Next is to also make it easier to have income. It's easy also for us to see how much are we going to pay for taxes. Uh, and again, it's different from every country. Okay, so at least alam natin na, okay, kailangan ko pala magbayad ng ganito. Here in the Philippines, we have to pay VAT, income tax return, withholding taxes. So there's a similar version in other countries. Para doon, employee tax, state tax, federal taxes, mga ganon. So at least alam natin kung magkano yung pumapasok na pera at saka kung magkano yung natitira, madali para sa ating i-compute yung mga taxes as well ng whether here in the Philippines or sa ibang bansa. Yan. And of course, it attracts investor and lenders by securing financing. Kapag syempre, lahat naman tayo, pagka alam ng kumpanya na, kumikita pala tong kumpanya na to, then it's easy for us to secure financing kasi alam naman ng mga creditors na makakabayad tayo. Kaya malaking tulong yung bookkeeping. Next, so what do bookkeepers do? In all fairness, with it isn't just bookkeeping. We have compromised a lot of package services. So what are those? Ito, accounting and bookkeeping. So that means, yung mga bank reconciliation, credit card management, accounts receivable, accounts payable, clean up and catch up, and setting up books. Yung clean up and catch for a while but have messed up books. Hindi nila na-update yung mga books nila. That's clean up and catch up. Yan. So we have to record everything until the current date. That's why it's clean up and catch up. For startup businesses, on the other hand, there are those who haven't established their accounting system yet. So it's a lot easier to set up their books. Kasi magsisimula sila sa umpisa. So it's easier for us to manage na, okay, this is their initial investment. These are their expenses during that time. This is how much they've spent on whatever, like office equipment and like, taxes and permits. So those are for setting up books for compliance purposes as well. Yan. So next is taxation. Again, katulad na sabi ko rin kanina, if we know how much money is coming in and how much we've spent at kung magkano natira, it's also easy for us to determine how much taxes are we going to pay. Or if we are also, pangalan nun, exempt. Meron ba tayong tax refund? Are we exempt on this? Do we need to pay for this? Blah, blah, blah. We can determine that if we do bookkeep. So we can also provide that as a service. It can actually be a service on its own. So let's just say, iba yung bookkeeper na nagmamanage nung books nila. All we have to do is actually preparers. Even in the US, there's this thing called tax preparers. So dito sa Pilipinas, we are the ones in charge of filing BIR returns for our clients. Hindi na natin kailangan yung bookkeeping. Sasabihin na lang nila sa atin na, ito yung kinita ko this month. Magkano ang babayaran ko for taxes? And then, yun yung sasabihin natin, oh, this is how much you're going to pay and we'll file it for you, blah, blah, blah. So that's one of the services that we can offer as well. Next is payroll assistance. Although yung payroll talaga hindi kasama sa bookkeeping or sa accountant, nanghihingi kasi sila ng tulong pagdating doon. Kasi may mga kumpanya, especially the small ones, na hindi rin alam kung paano magpasweldo. So, iga-guide natin sila on how to do payroll. Na sasabihin nila gaano katagal yung parang, di ba, either daily ang wages or hourly ang wages, we can help them determine how much they should pay their employees, including the deductions. So we help them out with that as well. Next is managing and updating reports. We have accurate and updated reports, then we can only do managing and updating reports. And kasama yan sa services ng isang bookkeeper. Next is advisory and consultation. So if you already are in the level where you pretty much already know what to do, uh, every once in a while na lang yung mga, yung parang monitoring na lang ng books ang mga ginagawa ninyo, then you can do advisory and consultation. Ano yung mga kinoconsult minsan ng mga clients? Oh, I actually need the permit for this. How am I gonna go about? Sa anong mga kailangan naming i-file? Those are one of the consultancy and advisory services that you can provide. Another thing is, our accounting system is messed up. Do you know any bookkeeping software that we can use para ma-update namin yung mga reports? Those are actually another advisory and consultation. And again, magagawa niyo yung advisory and consultation. And to be honest, consultation alone can also be profitable kasi may mga depende may mga malalaking kumpanya na may bayad na ang consultation. And for other, I think from other countries, from what I've heard, it's $150 an hour for consultation alone, minimum. So again, the more extensive and the more complicated yung mga books nila, obviously mas malaki yung magiging charges when it comes to advisory and consultation. Kasi hindi lang naman siya consultation, you also have to sit with the client and tell ganito, ganito. Yan. So those stuff. And then of course, business registration assistance. Here in the Philippines, hindi ka kasi basta-basta makakapag-operate ng business without 4 permits. So obviously, yung business registration where you certify the business name, which is in DTI and SEC. Next is the BIR registration. So kailangan, especially for SEC, yung partnership and corporation, they need to have their own TIN number. Yeah. So you have to register that in BIR. Next is the local government unit. But before you even go to the local government unit, there's the barangay permit. So those 4 have to be secured first before you can even operate the business. There are those who have already operating the business and then ongoing yung mga process ng mga papers nila. So, but otherwise, when it's easy in the sense to actually establish a business here in the Philippines, but to maintain the business, that's a totally different question and definitely totally different story. So those are the services that you who needs bookkeepers. Sino nga ba? Everyone. And I do mean everyone. For personal purposes, for business owners, for major corporation, tax compliance officers, everyone needs a bookkeeper. Yan. Yung mga simpleng pagsusulat ninyo ng mga expense ninyo sa notebook, those are already bookkeeping. The fact that you are keeping track of your finances, that's actually bookkeeping on its own. You just don't realize it. Bookkeeping is just a fancy way of saying, "Oh, I'm keeping track of my finances." So the same with the what do you call this with businesses, if they keep track of their finances and putting it in a books, uh, books kasi is actually a way to organize yung business transaction. So for you, di ba, usually yung mga nag-keep track ng finances nila, they have their own notebook where they say, oh, today, this is what I've spent. Pamasahe, pagkain, blah, blah, blah. So you keep track of your finances for your own purposes para malaman mo kung magkano na nang natira sa'yo, di ba? But for others, especially for businesses, those are similar things. If you can do it for yourself, you can also do it for businesses. Yeah. So, what are the requirements to become a financial VA or a bookkeeping VA? Number one, ito yung mga requirements natin. We are very, very meticulous when it comes to numbers. Hindi tayo basta-basta magsusulat ng mga amounts or something kasi pag nagkamali, ang hirap i-adjust. So, as much as possible, once you write things down, you have to make sure that this is accurate. Otherwise, it's gonna be one heck of adjustments bago pa tayo, bago, bago maayos yung libro. Yan. Kaya yung iba, especially for BIR, bawal ang mga erasures. Hindi nila tinatanggap. Kapag ka nag-erase, ang daming pirmang kailangan. Sinong naggawa nito? Ganyan, baburahin. And it isn't just yung yung mga correction tape na type of mali-mali. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-correction tape. Kailangan pang pirmahan yon kung sino man ang nagre-record usually at may mag-audit pa. So, we have to be very attentive and meticulous about details. So, which is very helpful. If you are very attentive to the details, very helpful siya for financial VA and for other niches. Yeah. So, what's next? We also need to have analytical skills. Kasi we are going to explain financial reports to layman's term. So, sa mga tao na hindi in layman's term or sa pinakamadaling paraan na maiintindihan nila kung ano yung nangyayari sa books nila, ano yung nangyayari sa businesses nila. That's how you analyze, obviously, yung mga questions. So, bawa sinabi doon na their sales are down, pero sa financial report sa income statement, it just says net loss. So, ano yun? Para sa iba na hindi nakakaintindi ng accounting jargons as well, how are you going to explain that to them in the simplest way possible? So we have to understand, katulad nga ng nire-reiterate ko, si client, more often than not, hindi rin nila alam kung paano mag-keep ng books. So you are there to help them. How are you going to explain it to them in the easiest way possible na maiintindihan din nila? Para sila rin maka-keep up. Oh, these are your books. According to this, you have this transaction on this day and this day. Is this correct? You have to ask them. Yan. So, how are you going to explain that to them? Para ikaw din mismo maintindihan mo. That's why, kung hindi mo naiintindihan, it's more difficult to explain it to a person. So, kailangan ikaw mismo maintindihan din yun. Next is obviously organizational skills. Pagka unorganized yung books, yun nga, di ba, masakit sa ulo. Yun na nga lang gamit natin pagka di what more yung libro kapag all over the place. Meron silang and it happens may mga na-encounter akong mga clients na gano'n na they have a books for this, they have a books for totally different set of books. Na napapagpalit-palit nila. So ngayon kailangan mong ayusin, kailangan mo i-organize, ganyan. So you also need to have organizational skills. You have to think of it this way. If you don't understand it yourself, you won't explain it to client. It's also harder for them to understand. So, kailangan tayo mismo naiintindihan natin para ma-explain natin ng maayos at sila rin maintindihan din ng maayos. Yan. So, of course, another thing that we need to do as a bookkeeping VA is you need to have a basic understanding of financial concepts. It's not so much as yung financial reports. Yes, it can be very technical kasi. But yung basic understanding in the sense na kahit na papel lang ang ibigay sa inyo, ito yung mga pinagkautangan ko, ito yung mga ginastos ko, ito yung mga kinita ko today. More often than not, ganun lang ang binibigay sa atin. Na ito lang yung incomplete, inaccurate details. So how are we going to explain that or essential concept? So pwede yun yung dahilan kung bakit we have to be there setting up their books. Kasi they don't have an established accounting system yet and you are there to help them. So if we as a bookkeeper, as a financial VA, need to have an understanding of the financial concepts. Yan yung ibig sabihin. Yan. So, medyo no, madugo pa lang maging financial VA, but it's very rewarding. I'm just saying, very rewarding. So, ano pa? Ano pa yung mga pwede nating gawin? Ano pa yung mga kailangan? So, this, on the other hand, has nothing to do with becoming, has nothing to do with bookkeeping itself. But you, as a bookkeeper, yung personal at approach natin, attitude and stuff. Yeah. So, what do we need to become a bookkeeping VA? So number one, you have to be sociable. So to be honest, I'm a very introverted person as well. I am not comfortable with other people. So unless I'm comfortable with them, that's when I talk too much. And it took me a while also to be comfortable being on camera because I'm very camera shy. But I have to be sociable. Kung gusto ko magkaroon ng clients, kung gusto ko maging bookkeeper, I have to be sociable. So medyo tanggalin natin ay nahihiya ako. Medyo tanggalin na natin yung concept na yon. Kapalan na natin ng pagmamukha natin. Ayan. Kailangan medyo mawala ng konti. Unti-unti na yung hiya natin. And next is you have to be a great communicator, very clear and a great communicator. Bakit? Kasi yun nga, we are trying to translate a financial transaction or financial records as well as financial statements into layman's term. If we can't do that, we're not a very great communicator. As well as, we are trying to also provide advices to our client without being, we can be brutally honest but not rude. So how are we going to do that? Yung hindi ka mawawala yung parang nandun na yung imbyerna ka na inis ka na, pero at the same time, you still can't say anything bad. Para lang tayo nag-BPO, empathize, empathize. Yun ang lagi ko naririnig sa BPO, empathize. Yes, you can be empathetic, but you also have to be a very great communicator. Yeah, you have to be honest with them. You have to be brutal sometimes, but at the same time, very empathetic. Daw. Yeah. Next is obviously bookkeeping skills and experience. Now again, experience can be don't exactly know what bookkeepers do. So with that, sometimes yung mga trabaho natin is a package. Sekretarya tayo pero tayo yung gumagawa ng invoice. Pangalan nun, marketer tayo pero tayo yung gumagawa ng budget. Ganyan. So those are skills and experience, but we cannot identify it as a bookkeeping on its own. So now we have to identify or at least make it separate that this is actually a bookkeeping skill. This is my experience. So yung iba na sinasabi, ako po yung gumagawa ng invoice pero ang trabaho ko po talaga sekretarya. Don't be, so yung mga admin assistant, madami rin silang ginagawa. So now, how are you going to identify that? Am I an admin assistant or am I a bookkeeper? Then you can say, I'm an administrative assistant with experience in bookkeeping. You have to identify that you have a bookkeeping experience too. Ganyan. So with that, you can actually do the bookkeeping VA. So you can say now I was hired as an admin assistant, but over the years, this is actually what I have done for the company. I keep track of their finances, I do their books, I also provide them invoice tracking, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So you have to be eh, pag sinabing ito na encompassing ng ng assistant services. But now, you can say na, teka boss, ito kasi pang bookkeeping na to eh. Do you really want me to do this? Together with the admin work? Ayan. So masasabi mo na kay client na if you read someone to actually be focused more on the books, then you have to hire a bookkeeper. But if you want me to do this, then you can negotiate na. Diba? Negotiate na when it comes to your rate. Your rate. Again, I'm just saying that you need to identify your role specifically before you can actually argue when it comes to the rates. But otherwise, we need to be skillful when it comes to bookkeeping before we become a bookkeeping VA, of course. And of course, a good marketer. Kasi how are you going to tell them na this is actually the services you can provide if you don't know how to market yourself? So again, these are actually very good regardless of whatever niche you are into. Yan. Kahit na ba sabihin natin, you're an SMM, you're what do you call this, a cold caller or an appointment setter or a property manager, you have to be a good marketer. So, ano ba yung mga software? Madami din nagtatanong sa akin ito. Ano ba yung mga software na ginagamit ko daw to become a bookkeeper? Yeah. So, number one, obviously, is QuickBooks. This is widely used and applicable everywhere. Uh, in all fairness, I've seen a lot more user-friendly tools aside from QuickBooks. But since QuickBooks is the widely recognized, mas maganda na marunong tayo ng QuickBooks. So regardless of country kasi, marami gumagamit talaga ng QuickBooks. Next is Zero. Zero is actually, I think, a New Zealand company. So its main market is Australian and New Zealand clients. However, it is now widely used as well. So it's a good according to them, it's an alternative to QuickBooks. But I find Zero a lot easier to use and manage, a lot more user friendly as well. Unfortunately, Zero doesn't have free features kaya hindi natin mapaglaruan. I got my Zero account because I got an invite link, kaya na-access ko yung Zero. But yun lang ang medyo disadvantage ng Zero to QuickBooks kasi yung QuickBooks may free version. Yan. Next is Sage 1. Actually, it isn't just Sage 1, man. It's Sage 100, Sage 50. But basically, the company is Sage. May payroll din sila, ganyan. So, marami silang add-ons and features. And similar to Zero, they're not, pangalan nun, they're not free. Medyo may kamahalan din. But again, I find it a lot easier to manage and also use, similar to Zero. Mas madami nga lang siyang menu. Yan. And it's widely used in the UK and Europe. Ewan ko, maganda rin kasi talaga yung features ng Sage. Yan. Next is obviously Wave Apps and Zoho Books. Mga bago-bago na lang itong maliliit na programs na to. Wave apps is actually, they have free features that you can explore, but you need to have a VPN to register kasi prefer nila, it's actually only used in the US. So if you're not in the US located, then you need to have a VPN to register to Wave apps. Once you're registered, you don't need a VPN anymore. You can log in anywhere. So yun ang kagandahan sa Wave apps. Very simplified purposes, you can use Wave apps. Zoho Books is actually also within Wave apps, but this is used outside the US. So pag na-detect nila na yung location mo is outside the US, number one nilang pinapa-register sa'yo is Zoho Books. But unfortunately, Zoho Books isn't free. Free to register. Yeah, but after, parang trial lang siya. After 30 days or certain number of days, kailangan mo nang magbayad. And of course, ang ever favorite, Excel and Google Sheets. Hindi yan mawawala kasi karamihan ng marami pa rin client ang medyo apprehensive sa mga software, yung mga accounting softwares kasi yung iba pa when it comes to security kasi syempre online siya eh. So parang baka malik yung ano ko, yung pangalan na malik yung mga information ko. So, in all fairness to all these apps, all these tools, they have very strict security. So, hindi naman yan basta-basta magli-leak. And we also need to be very careful when it comes to providing access to all those accounts as well. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, kailangan pa rin nating matutunan ng Excel and Google Sheet kasi it's a lot easier to manage as well. Yun nga lang, mas madami ka nga lang gagamitin in the sense. But marami pa rin client ang ka-oriented in the sense. Mga malalaking kumpanya, yes. But for small businesses, they're not as oriented to accounting software. So they still prefer Excel and Google Sheet. And we have to present it nicest way possible para maintindihan din nila. So yun. Yan. So, all goods. Tama po ba? Can we have a thumbs up? Naintindihan po ba? Ayun. Masyado po ba akong mabilis? Hindi naman. Ayan. Okay. Hindi naman daw masyado. Thank you. Yan. So, what are the platforms? Ayan. So, nandito na tayo sa portion kung saan ba makakahanap ng clients. Bukod sa matutulungan tayo ni Vame, pagdating doon, ito yung mga platforms na pinupuntahan ko to seek clients. Yan. Or at least to have an idea who my clients would be. Yan. So, obviously, social media. Ano yung particular na social media pinupuntahan ko pagdating sa clients? LinkedIn, number one, and Facebook. Yan. Although may napuntahan ako sa Instagram, nakita daw niya ako sa Instagram and TikTok, tapos nag-reach out sila sa akin. So, hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin na just LinkedIn and Facebook. You have to be within, kung saan ka komportable. So, if it is TikTok, then you have to be more present in TikTok. If it is Instagram, then you can be also you're active more on Facebook, then go to Facebook. If you're active more on Instagram, then go to Instagram. Kung saan kayo mas active. Kasi mas madami kayong mamimit kung saan kayo mas active. Yan. Next is obviously the online job platforms. Katulad ng mga Facebook groups, ganyan. Di ba may mga Facebook groups na kung saan nandun yung mga job post, mga job openings. Go ahead. Walang masama. And most of them, ang problema lang is not as filtered in the sense. But again, those are the risks of going through an online platforms for jobs and looking for jobs. So, yan, onlinejobs.ph, Indeed, ano pa ba, Upwork, Fiverr, yung mga yon, yung mga online job platforms. What else? Business conventions and these are mostly face-to-face. So, wag niyo ring pangalan nun, isa-set aside yung mga conventions. Actually, I've met a lot of people through network. Doon kasi sa mga business conventions, yung mga bake sales, sabihin na lang natin yung mga tiyangge. Huwag niyo rin niyang mamaliitin. Kasi yung mga yan, mga new businesses yan eh. So, dahil mga new businesses sila, marami silang mga hindi alam pa. Paano those are your target markets kasi hindi nila alam what to do. So it's also nice to network with people. And hindi man sila ang kumuha sa'yo, they might know somebody who needs your services. So pwede nila sabihin na, pwede ko bang hingin yung number mo or yung socials mo para pagka may kakilala ako or kinailangan na namin yung service mo, i-message na lang kita. Yung mga ganon and be open to those type of businesses. Ganyan. Next is obviously shared interest. Now, just because, bawal, let's just say, very outrageous. I'm not a comic book fan, but there are obviously a lot of comic book Facebook groups, yan, or authors, Facebook groups. Now, when it comes to those, you were thinking na this is just a hobby, these are just shared interest, pero maraming nagtatanong actually doon, ano yung mga ginagawa ninyo? If you're not, I know that you're a comic book enthusiast or something, what do you do for a living? So that's a different story. What's your job compared to what do you like to do or what are your interests? So, yung iba sasabihin na, oh, I'm a banker, I'm a ganito, I'm a ganyan, blah, blah, blah. So, if you say, I'm a bookkeeper, so, yung iba sasabihin, magpi-PM pa yung iba. Wala ka ba? Yun, ginagawa mo rin ba yon? So, yung ganun, di ba? Naging comfortable enough na sila na magtanong sa'yo kung isa yon sa mga services na ina-offer mo. Yan. So, wag niyo rin masyadong, pangalan nun, wag niyo rin isang tabi yung mga shared interest niyo. Kasi sila rin na magpapakilala ng mga potential clients sa inyo. So, just be yourself in the sense. And of course, others, which are the lesser known social media. Bawa, meron ako nakilala, nakita niya yung client niya sa Discord. Very, very, random. Ano siya gamer siya. Pero yung mga clients niya nakilala niya sa Discord through games. Ganyan. So, wag niyo rin babaliwalain yung mga lesser known social media. My first client actually came from a lesser known social media called Clubhouse. Nung time na yon, it's only available through App Store. So, mga iPhone users lang ang pwedeng pumunta sa Clubhouse. And I've noticed there in Clubhouse, most of the users of Clubhouse are CEOs. CEOs, real estate agents, real estate brokers, property managers, na mga outrageous din yung mga manifestations, blah, 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 spirituality. So you have to explore all those options. And I actually found my first client in Clubhouse. He reached out to me through Instagram para sabihin na I actually need a VA and I saw you and heard you kasi sa Clubhouse they have this thing called stage where you have to talk. Kayo yung magsasalita. Para yun nga lang hindi ka nila nakikita. So they can only hear you, they just don't see you. Medyo malakas ang loob ko pagdating sa audio. Ayoko lang magpakita ng pagmumukha ng mga panahon na yon. So, sinabi ko na, actually, I'm a VA. This is actually my services. This is what I can do for clients. However, I am having a hard time finding clients. And sila na mismo yung nagsasabi, oh, kayo, alam ko maraming CEO dito na naghahanap ng assistant, baka gusto ninyo. So, yung mga ganon. And before I even finished the session there in Clubhouse, may nag-reach out na, oh, I actually need a VA. I heard you from the ganitong Clubhouse, blah, blah, blah. And we actually, after a few days, we started working together. Ayan. So we're not working together anymore, but the fact that I found him in isa sa walang bahala, yung mga lesser known social media. Ganyan. So another tip para sa inyo, punta kayo sa Clubhouse. Now, it's available also on Android. Before it used to be just in App Store. Ngayon, available na rin siya sa Android. So, download nyo rin, subok nyo. Yan. So, naintindihan po ba? Yes or no? Yan. O, di ba? So, ngayon ang tanong, when is the best time to apply? Kailan po ako pwede maghanap? I'm not ready. Well, the best time to apply is actually now. Now, as in today. Pagkatapos ng session na to, ayusin nyo na yung CV ninyo, mag-apply na kayo. Bakit? Bakit? Kasi there's a shortage of bookkeepers and accountants globally. Globally, it isn't just here in the Philippines. Dito pa nga lang may shortage na. What more sa ibang bansa? There's a shortage of bookkeepers and accountants globally. Kaya ganun na lang katindi ang campaign ng QuickBooks. If you are into QuickBooks and you've received a lot of their what they call this newsletters, ganun katindi ang campaign nila kasi sobrang maraming nangangailangan ng bookkeeper. The first 3 months of the year is actually tax season because we all have to file our taxes or the income tax return by April 15. So ganun din ang mga businesses. Ganun din ang mga personal accounts. Ganyan, yung mga freelancers, kailangan nilang mag-file ng taxes nila by April 15. And kung hindi sila updated sa mga libro nila, nagkukumahog yung mga yon on the first 3 months. Kaya ngayon pa lang, as in ngayon pa lang, magpadala na kayo ng mga CVs ninyo kasi kailangan talaga yung mga bookkeepers katulad natin. Yan. So here's actually what do you call this? A diagram of the accounting cycle. Again, the accounting cycle is the same globally. The same. Pare-pareho tayo. We have to identify transactions on the first. We have to record. We have to post in the ledger. Ganyan. Lahat yan, it's the same throughout. The same everywhere. The accounting cycle is the same globally. What's the difference? The tax computation. So sabihin na lang natin we can do bookkeeping, but we can't do taxation. We can do that. Sabihin natin sa mga clients natin na, oh, I only do bookkeeping. I can do the taxes here in the Philippines, but I'm not familiar with the taxes in other countries. Familiarize myself when it comes to your taxes, and we can adjust accordingly. I can do your books on the other hand, so we can make a accurate assumption of how much money is coming in and how much money is coming out. Ganon. So we have to explain to them that yes, although right now it's very limited, it doesn't necessarily mean I can't do the job. Just give me time. Ganon. Um, Key to it is also confidence. Char! Confidence. Yan. So what do I need to do now? Now that I know how to do accounting cycle. I know I'm confident enough na knowledgeable ako doon sa I can apply now. Bakit hindi? So what do I need to do now? Yeah, malapit na tayo. So what do I need to do now? Pagkatapos ng session natin, i-revamp na natin ang ating mga CV. Outline and highlight natin na meron tayong bookkeeping skills and experience. Katulad nga na sabi ko, karamihan ng clients natin don't exactly know what bookkeepers are. So we have to identify what the bookkeeping skills we have. Yung iba, nag-encode po ako ng invoice sa accounting software namin. Then you have to write management, invoice tracking, blah, blah, blah. Ganyan. So, highlight natin yon. I have bookkeeping skills. Ganyan. Next is to practice talking to people in English, regardless of topic. Kahit na magkanda bulol-bulol kayo, wag niyong problemahin yon. Kasama yon sa pagpa-practice. If we are going to target international clients, then we have to speak in English. Bawal ang mahiyain. Bawal ang grammar Nazi sa umpisa. Sa umpisa, bawal na grammar na CV. Regardless of topic, you have to speak in English. Bawal na mahiyain sa atin ngayon. Kasi kailangan nating i-develop yun eh. If you've undergone some interviews already, then you'll know na gumagana, 'di ba? Mawawala 'yon every time na magpa-practice tayo. Yan. Next, act as a business owner to gain confidence. Now, again, bookkeeping is a service on its own. You're a service provider. This is business. Being a virtual assistant is also a business. So keep in mind, you're not an employee, but you're a business owner. So since you're a business owner, you're also talking to a business owner. You're on the same level. Mas mawawala ngayon yung kaba in a sense na okay, now that we are on the same level field or playing field, we just have different businesses or we just have different fields. An idea of what your business is, and I'll give you an idea of how I can do bookkeeping for your business. So I'm a business owner. Ngayon pa lang sabihin mo na I'm a business owner. These are my credentials. That's why I'm revamping my CV to become a business owner. Char. Yan. Hindi yun biro totoo yun. You keep in mind that you're already a business owner. And next, package your services. Ano ba yung mga skills na alam ninyo? Yan. So, katulad ka na sabi ko, you're an admin assistant specializing in bookkeeping as well. Yan. So, admin and bookkeeping. Social media and bookkeeping. Ano pa? Project management with bookkeeping. Ganon. So, i-package nyo rin yung mga services ninyo that I've done, account management and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So, yun. If you have, yun po yung ating mga kailangan gawin now that we know that we can become a bookkeeper. So thank you so much. Now, if you have any questions, just let me know. However, I think Miss Glenna has something to tell us as well.
Yes, ayan. So bago tayo dumako sa pag-promote ni Mami Ladi and then sa question and answer, pumunta na muna tayo sa inaabangan ng lahat, which is yung palaro natin every webinar, which is 2 p.m. na po. So, nakapag-rename na ba ang lahat para makapag-participate po tayo? Okay, so let's go back to our regular programming with Miss or Mami Ladi for the Q&A. Ayan, Mami Ladi, nakamute po.
Hello.
Right. So, meron mga nauna na pong question sa taas. Pwede po nating mabalikan.
Okay, wait. Inaalis ko lang po yung mga number para mag-show yung mga questions. Pero
Medyo
ma'am, you
madami
can,
na rin.
you can scroll up po para sa ating Q&A.
Ayan. So, ang sabi dito, pwede ko ba i-share yung screen for the question and answer?
Hindi po siya na-share, Mami.
Okay.
Shout out
Sige,
na
no
lang po
problem.
natin. Opo.
No problem. Ayan. So, very nice debunking myths according to Darwin. Ang simula. Kudos. Yes. Thank you din. Kudos din, Char. Yan. So, tanong ni Judith Buladako. What are the necessary financial statements a bookkeeper should prepare or manage? The basic ones, actually, yung financial statements, right? Balance sheet, income statement, cash flows. Depende din sa company, but if you are already, what do you call this, especially for other businesses who already have ledger books. Bakit? Kasi gusto nilang malaman yung identified category. So, let's say they want to know expenses lang, ganyan. So, they can also, you are there to provide them just all the expenses, how much they have spent on this particular item or this particular stuff, ganyan. So, those are kind of the statements that you need to have access to. So they need to provide you the entire access. If they're only gonna limit the access na ibibigay sa'yo, then might as well just tell them na, well, you cannot be as transparent kung hindi mo ako bibigyan ng access. You need to provide me the full access. Yeah. Then I can provide you all the necessary details that you need, especially the statements. Yeah. So, and preferably, as much as possible, you need to have balance sheet, income statement, changes in the owner's equity. Kasi every time na may income yung company, whether it's an income or loss, nag-change din kasi yung equity ng client. So you need to also have an access to all of those. Anyway, again, if you have access to the accounting software, so retrieve yung kumbaga, pag kailangan ni client ng ganito, okay, here's a PDF file, here's an Excel file of what you need. So madaling i-retrieve din yung mga reports na ganun. Next is from Narmita. How about home-based business only? Do we need to acquire for those requirements? You mean for business registration? Um, it can be limited, especially if it is fully online. I think in a fully online business, hindi ganun ka-strict si BIR and si SEC. So let's just those two are the basic. Kapag ka wala ka kasing SEC or DTI registration, then how will we know na nag-operate or you have an existing business? Kasi yun nagsasabi na this is the name of your business. Especially for single proprietor yung DTI, uh, let's just say you have a name of your business, ganyan. But if without the certificate of registration from TTI or SEC, how will we know that it's yours? Malay mo may kapangalan ka. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit kailangan merong SEC and TTI. Now, next is actually BIR. For fully online, fully remote, local government units. But they need to know that you're filing BIR. So yung SEC, DTI, or BIR are the most common. If it is a home-based business, fully remote, then you don't need to go to the LGUs anymore, but you need to file for SEC, DTI, or BIR. Yan. So, thank you and I hope na nasabi ko yung kay Narmita. Next is Hey Judith Buladako again. Can I ask, does SAP and QuickBooks almost the same? We have to keep in mind that the basic function of all accounting software is pretty much the same. They have they have journal entries, they have invoices, they have bills payment, they have link to bank. Lahat yan, even SAP. From what I haven't used SAP to be honest, but I've known a few enough to know na similar sila halos ng function. You can retrieve all the reports that you need from all these accounting softwares. You can also enter journal entries, ganyan. You can also get the ledger right away from all these transactions. So it's not very limited to just one account. Be an expert in one. So if you are going to use QuickBooks, be an expert in QuickBooks because it's also easy for you to navigate other accounting softwares if you already know even just one. And nice to see you also, Rovi Ann. Kahit di kita nakikita, but thank you. Thank you so
Shoutout.
much. Ayan, shout out din sa inyo. Ayan, thank you. So, sabi dito, I'm a student from Mindanao State. Okay, welcome sa iyo. Sa Anonymous. Possible po ba if, ano ba yan? Possible po ba if you can show a glimpse of overview of how you do bookkeeping on QuickBooks on hand? It's a totally different, what they call this, training altogether. And I've discussed this with Ma'am Glenna. QuickBooks kasi navigation itself would take us a while. So I would love to give you a glimpse on how to do QuickBooks, but it 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 would take too much of our time. So maybe on a different setup. Then we can try
Comment
and book
for
you
part
in.
2 or ano, later.
Ayan. Hopefully, di ba? Yan. So, May tanong pa po ba? May mga hello, hello.
Yes.
Sige, tingnan natin. Mali mo meron pa.
Sabi, thank you daw kasi parang nawala yung takot nila na ano, sa mga iniisip nila tungkol sa bookkeeping, yung parang pwede naman pala sila, mga ganon.
Yes. Yun nga yung kailangan nating i-debunk.
Nawala yung usual thinking ko na nakakatakot ang bookkeeping niche dahil sa webinar na to. From Kathleen Carl Gadgode.
Thank you. Oo nga, nakita ko. So, ano pa ba? Akala ko ay, winner. Yung mga winner. Can I see my, ay, sorry, puro mga ano na entries na.
Check po natin yung ibang question.
Mm-mm.
Sabi niyo po, pwedeng man na mag-apply na kahit po wala pang knowledge yung mga tools like Xero or QuickBook or etc.
Um, I would suggest that you have to at least be that. You don't need to have you don't need to use it right now. Let's just say tinanong ka ni client, do you know how to use QuickBooks or Zero? You can actually tell them that I don't use it personally, but I am familiar, which means you can navigate yourself through all these accounting tools. Now, that's why I keep telling everybody, let's say like QuickBooks, they have a 30-day trial. Register ka na, just use it for 30 days, navigate go and explore yung
Hmm.
mga features ng QuickBooks. Get familiar. So if you have sample journal entries, enter it in.
Yan, merong 30 days. Free
Mm-mm,
trial.
yes. 30 days free trial. So you can let them know that I don't use it personally, but I know how to navigate QuickBooks. Ang gusto kasi talaga ni client is, am I confident enough that you can actually do this? Then how are they going to be confident in you if you yourself aren't confident? 'Di ba? So parang who would trust me if I don't trust myself? So you on the other hand, para kahit papaano magkaroon ng a little bit of boost. Just go and explore yung mga free trial. Meron isa yung Odoo, ODOO. It's actually free.
Mhm.
Again, if you get familiar with one accounting software, it's easy for you to navigate the other accounting software. So if you get familiar with Odoo, which is free, go ahead, familiarize yourself with that. The first accounting software that I actually used is MYOB accounting. It's a very, very old accounting software, which actually is still used up to this time. Hindi na nga lang siya ganun ka widely used and well known, pero ginagamit pa rin siya. Uh, but again, it's the same feature all throughout. They do have journal entries, they have invoices, they have bills payment, they can retrieve financial reports. Software. So take advantage of all those trial versions as well as the free versions. Kasi doon pa lang marami na kayong matututunan. Yan. And then, you can write additional din yun sa inyong CV na, oh, I can navigate Odoo accounting. Actually, there's one pangalan nun, job opening na ang hinahanap talaga nila is Odoo proficient or Odoo expert. Doon pa lang advantages ka na kasi, alam ko kung paano gumamit ng Odoo. Ganyan. So, wag nating isa sa walang, isang tabi, yung ibang mga lesser known accounting software kasi marami pa naman silang gumagamit nun. Yan. Ah, what else?
Okay. Paano po
Makahingi
ba
daw ng FB
magkakaroon,
page.
paano po ba magkakaroon ng QuickBooks certification? Saan po makikita?
Actually, sa QuickBook itself. So, yung mga, again, hindi ko sinasabi na, na wag niyo rin kunin yung mga nagtuturo ng QuickBooks training, ganyan. But all the trainings that you need, all the tutorials that you need is actually in QuickBooks itself. There's actually a free version of QuickBooks, which is called QuickBooks Online Accountants. Not QuickBooks Online, but QuickBooks Online Accountant. That is free for all bookkeepers and accountants. To what you would do as a QuickBooks Online user. Yan. But the tutorials and the training is actually there. And that's free forever. Every once in a while nga, nagtatawag sa inyo yung yung mga account managers ng QuickBooks to get in touch with you if you're gonna use the tools soon, ganyan. But let them. I mean, gusto lang nila malaman if you are getting comfortable navigating QuickBooks. So that's fine. Any other questions? Do we need to set up a business here in the Philippines? To be honest, no. But would highly recommend that you change your status from employed to self-employed in BIR, at least in BIR man lang. That way, you can actually go and pay your taxes as a self-employed. Ganon. Para kay Alvin Sinlaw. Yan.
May question po dito si Grace Tin Basister. Good afternoon po. Ask ko lang, nag-expire na po kasi ang certificate ko sa QuickBooks. Wala pa po kasi akong lakas ng loob maghanap ng client. Do I need po ba to renew my certificate in QuickBooks?
From what I know, walang expiration ang certificate in QuickBooks unless you get it from a different training platform. But in QuickBooks itself, if you go to expire, it upgrades though. So let's just say the basic certification is the QuickBooks Pro Advisor, but if you have a different tier, yun, 'di ba, if you go through the pricing plan, there are about four pricing plan tiers. So just go through each one. So every time na nag-level up din yung tier ng QuickBooks ni client or ikaw, then you're gonna go through a different certifications and you have a different badge. But otherwise, the certificate in QuickBooks doesn't expire. On the other hand, the next question is, do you need to renew to apply? No, no need. Just apply. Just let them know that you are proficient in QuickBooks, that you can navigate QuickBooks and other accounting software, and be confident in your answers. Again, karami, we have to keep in mind we're a business owner as well, so we need to know what we're doing. And secondly, hindi tayo tuturuan ni client, we have to teach them. So we have to be confident in what we do so we can teach our clients as well.
So, Mami Ladi, may free training po kaya ang pag-bookkeeping?
I that I know of none. Kasi yung bookkeeping is a step by step. If you remember the one I flashed yung accounting cycle, it's actually one course in one semester in accounting. So what more for us? It's gonna take us a while if we are going to go through bookkeeping itself. However, if again, the simplest way I can tell you how to teach yourself bookkeeping is to keep track of your finances. So every day, kahit na wala kayong, marami nagsasabi sa akin na may philosophy na wala naman po akong i-track. Well, regardless whether you have something to track or not, you have to keep in mind to record everything. Magkano yung
Ito
kinikita
yan.
ninyo. Yes. Magkano yung kinikita ninyo. Tapos unti-unti, syempre sa umpisa, puro papel lang yan. O kaya sa phone natin, apps natin, ganyan. Tapos unti-unti, di ba nakikita natin yung how to journalize, how to ledger. Then we have to put it in the accounting software. O di ba, yung mga araw-araw nating sinusulat, ilagay natin sa QuickBooks para na-navigate din natin yung QuickBooks. And then we can tell, oh, actually, ito na lang pala yung kinita ko. Medyo mag-cut down tayo ngayon sa Starbucks. Ganyan. O, di ba? Yung mga as simple as that. If you keep track of your finances, that's already
Medyo nawawala-wala si Mami Lad.
nagets na po ba? But basically, what I meant is, if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for your clients as well.
Okay, so Mami Ladi, bookkeeper na din po ba matatawag if I'm doing accounts payable, including expenses and purchases?
Yes po. Yes.
So,
But what you've fully described is already bookkeeping.
okay, so from Christopher, As a bookkeeper po, responsibility po ba ni Bay alamin yung mga differences ng different countries in terms of tax rate, factors considering battable or non-battable items, product, services? Tama po ba?
To For me, no. I wasn't required. I do bookkeeping because plainly for the keeping track of the financial records. Again, depende sa role na binigay na inoffer sa inyo or na kinuha ninyo from your client. On the other hand, I was very upfront saying I am not familiar with the tax system in the US, but I can do bookkeeping for you so you can navigate through the taxes. Ayan. Iba kasi ang nagpe-prepare ng tax. Sa US, iba ang tax preparer, keeping. Again, monitor the finances, clean up and catch up, AR, accounts receivable, accounts payable, and credit card management. Those are the stuff that I do, and those are bookkeeping. On the other hand, what you call the tax preparer is the one who compute the taxes for you. Kailangan nila si bookkeeper kasi si bookkeeper ang nakakaalam kung magkano ang kinikita ni client. Then he or she hands over the financial records. Si tax preparer ang magko-compute ng taxes. Sila rin ang magfi-fill ng form ni client. And si CPA ang mag-audit kung tama ba yung ginawa ni tax preparer. And si tax preparer ulit ang magfa-file nun sa IRS. So, iba-iba yung role. Again, you don't need to get yourself familiar with the taxes. It would help. Kasi at least alam din ni client at ikaw rin may explain mo kay client na, ito pala yung babayaran natin more likely this year or this quarter or this blah, blah, blah. If it is quarterly, monthly, or yearly. Similarly, meron din tayo dito monthly, quarterly, and yearly taxes. Ganyan. So if we at least know how to file or how to compute, it's very helpful, but it's not necessary. Yan. It's another upgrade. So which if you do know how to do that, then that's another services that you can offer your client.
Ma'am, yung sa Odoo po, meron po bang pwedeng ma-download na dummy profile na pwedeng i-import for better experience when navigating the platform po?
I think Udo is online, so you don't need to download. Just go through the udo.com uh, and then get yourself registered. Sa akin pagkakaalaman, kasi I haven't, like I said, I don't use Udo, but I do know that it's free. They have free features. Register lang kayo. And I don't think you need to download anything. Just go through the browser like Chrome or whatever browser you're using and register through there.
May nagtanong po kasi dito, can I use the certification that we'll be getting from you for our future endeavors? Yes po. So, for Mami Ladi, may difference po ba ang bookkeeping sa government sector at sa bookkeeping as a virtual assistant?
Yes po. Kasi iba ang government accounting sa private practice accounting. What we're currently doing is, what do you call this? External accounting. This is for private practices. If you remember, if you're a CPA, those are like group of CPAs na gumagawa at nag-audit ng mga books. We, on the other hand, I am not a CPA, but I am a bookkeeper. So, yung ginagawa kong pagfa-file, pagmamonitor, pag-encode na financial ginawa ko, is it within standards? Kasi mayroon tayong tinatawag na accounting standards. If it is within accounting standards, they're gonna certify that it is audited. And that's when we file for BIR or for other tax purposes. Ganyan. So medyo mabusising trabaho. But otherwise, if you are just focused on what you're currently doing, which is keeping, you don't need to mind the rest of the trabaho. You need to be familiar, but you don't need to mind kasi sila na yung ibang role na yun eh. Ibang role.
Okay. And here po, meron po kasi dito na she's an ESL tutor now for Japanese students.
Mhm.
But she studied BS accountancy for 1 year before she shifted to BS industrial engineering. Um, Pwede po daw bang makahingi na advice?
On how to do bookkeeping or how to apply for a VA?
Na-try niya na daw kasi yung SAP pero nakalimutan niya na. So, what stops me from applying is when it comes to tools like QuickBooks and Xero daw po.
I see. Again, like I said, if you're familiar with SAP, all you have to do is just register to the free trials of all these platforms. Ganun ang ginawa ko kasi nung umpisa, ganyan din ako, parang apprehensive ako kasi I am not familiar with this tool. So, ang ginawa ko, lahat, yung mga binibigay na, if you're in accounting, there are accounting books. So, nung time na nag-aaral ako, ganun ang ginawa ko. Yung mga pangalan nun, mga books na merong entries, ni-navigate ko by going through journal entries sa mga sa mga accounting softwares. Ganyan. Para lang matutunan ko na so if I'm not familiar with how to do invoices, at least I know how to do journal entry. Sa journal entry pa lang, ano mo na, yung parang alam mo na kung saan makakarating yung mga transactions. So even if you don't know how to do invoices yet, you can still go and journalize all the entries. Get familiar by going through all the trials. Pinagsamantalahan ko lahat ng trial. Ang dami kong email. Email addresses na puro pang free trial lang. Para
Mm.
lang talagang mabusisi na, ayun, saan ko ba nakita yung ganito? Yan, hahanapin ko na naman. Ganyan. Sa umpisa talaga medyo nerve-wracking. But
Mm.
again, you don't have to tell the clients that you don't know. You just need to be familiar. And at the same time, when you're not faking it, you know how to do it. You just haven't done it before. But you do know how. Confident if they know you can do it, regardless of what your experience is. Kasi hindi naman sila magtatanong ng mga previous experience. And what I mean is, previous client, not previous experience. Hindi naman sila magtatanong about previous clients. Ang itatanong nila is, how you do it. Ganyan. Kung ako yung magiging client mo, how are you going to do it for me? Sabihin mo na ito yung mga day-to-day activities na pwede natin gawin at for now, I'm familiar more on Excel. Do you want it to be in Excel? Do you want it to be in Google Sheets? Those are the things that I'm familiar with. But if you already have an accounting software in place, then it's a lot easier for us to pangalan, upgrade into the integrate pala, not upgrade, integrate to the accounting software. Again, you're just familiar with one, it's easy to navigate the rest of the accounting softwares. Kasi yung navigation, yung interface, saan mo hahanapin yung journal entry, saan mo hahanapin yung invoices, how are you going to link the banks. They just look different, but they have the same function. Yeah. So yes, it can be nerve-wracking. Di ko tinatanggal yung kaba ninyo dahil nung nag-uumpisa din ako, kinakabahan din ako na parang, baka may tanong, hindi alam ko ano itatanong. So, ikaw rin ang mag-ano sa kanila, mag-steer sa question na kailangan nila. Bawa, ang alam ko lang is someone who needs to do QuickBooks. You already know how to do QuickBooks. Now, what exactly do you want to see in QuickBooks? Kung ako yung gagawa ng books mo, what do you want to see? What reports do you want me to retrieve? Are you already updated with your books? Ganon. Ikaw ang mag-steer towards those questions na mas relevant para sa mga transaction nila. Kasi more often than not, si client wala ring alam sa anong tatanong regarding sa pangalan nun. Kung ano yung kailangan nilang itanong.
Hmm. So, I think last three question na lang po tayo. So, ano po ba, pwede ko pa rin po ba gamitin yung sub certificate ko noon? I think 2015 pa, pero di ko na po siya familiar. Salamat.
Ng QuickBooks ba?
SAP daw po, SAP.
SAP, SAP.
Yes po.
No, I don't think you need to. You need to. But you need to get familiar kasi maraming upgrades obviously yung mga accounting software to.
You need refresher.
Yes.
Certificate isn't as important to be honest. Yung wala pang client na nagtanong sa akin if I'm certified to be honest. Ah, ang tanong kaagad nila is, do you know how to navigate? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to use it? Yun agad ang tanong nila. Although I am certified, I've never been asked. They don't even ask me if I'm an accountant. I just tell them I do know how to do bookkeeping. So yun ang sinasabi ko, that it helps that you're certified, but it's not necessary.
Okay. So, ano pong software ang mas common and mas friendly users para sa mga aspiring bookkeeper, B?
Anong accounting software? Uh, you can try Wave apps, yung kaninang pinakita ko sa inyo. Yun nga lang, it's free to use. There are certain features that's paid, yung mga add-on na features. However, yung basic, yung journal entries, invoice, deposits and withdrawals, nandun, yung basic na yon. Uh, kailangan nyo nga lang magkaroon ng VPN to register. But otherwise, once you're registered, kasi ang gusto lang nilang makita is you're located to the US.
Hmm. Thanks sa suggestion. Sabi ni Sheila, zero daw. Pwede niya i-try.
Yes, go ahead. Again, take advantage of all the free trial. Pag may free trial, register kagad kayo para matingnan anong tsura nito. Ganyan, register kayo. Take advantage of all those. Walang problema.
Okay. So, we have one last question. May tanong pa po ba kayo?
Mhm.
Guys, kung may question pa po, paki-type na lang po, last na lang po. Okay, so ito na. Can we use Excel sa bookkeeping?
Excel sa bookkeeping? Yes, of course. Kasi ang katwiran ko, if you can't do it manually, you can't do it also online.
Ah,
So the most basic one is actually Excel. So if you can do it manually, start to finish, then it's madali na para sa inyong hugutin yung mga kailangan ninyo dun sa mga accounting softwares.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mami Lali, sa pagsagot ng mga questions ng ating mga attendees. And it's
Mhm.
time for you to promote anything that you want to say about socials po. Kasi may mga naghihintay ng inyong socials na magkoconnect. May slide po
Yes.
kayo, tama?
Yes, yes. So, pwede ka na bang i-share?
Yes po.
Okay. So these are my socials. Actually, it's much better to do this here. That's very enlightening as well. At the end of the day, siguro masasabi ko lang is, huwag kayong kabahan. Nandun tayo na kinakabahan tayo kasi it's mostly because do we know how, yung can we do this? Yung kaya ba natin to? Yun ang tanong eh, hindi necessarily matatanggap ba ako. Because it's on and off naman regardless of who we are going to talk to. But again, can we do this? Yes. Already yes. Kaya mo yan, alam ko. Alam kong kaya nyo yan. Yan. Kaya wag na kayong masyadong magdalawang isip in a sense. Ganyan. Andun yung kaba, but I know you can do it. Yeah. So for those of you who are looking for mentorship program, we actually have one from Bloody Mary. So including na yung training for financial VA, which I conduct every month. And there's actually maybe in June that have 2 weeks internship. Through the internship, I also help you navigate QuickBooks. That's actually where I go and teach navigation of QuickBooks to help you also na makakuha ng certificate in QuickBooks and where to find it for free. For free. Next is I also do, basic how to do how to register and compute your taxes here in the Philippines as well. Again, the whole bookkeeping cycle is the same globally. It's the taxation that's different. However, I've noticed that if you're familiar of doing taxations in any country, it's also easy for you to understand how the taxation works in different countries. So if you can do BIR here, taxation, madali na rin para sa inyo kahit papanong maintindihan how to do taxes in other countries. So don't forget, you can actually go through the website, yung mixandmatches.wordpress.com, and para magkaroon tayo ng discount or at least have a VIP access, you can use Mami Ladi as a code. Yeah. So all my socials also have at Mix and Matches na no, na username. Yan, nakuha ko na daw, char. Actually, hindi, may kapangalan ako eh, kaya hindi ko nakuha yung pangalan na yan. So more, but for social purposes, it's a lot easier to add, ano, to remember. Mix and matches, yan, at wordpress.com.
Okay. So yun guys, sa mga nabitin at gustong matutunan kung paano yung ginagawa sa QuickBooks, ayan, meron ng mentorship program si Mami Ladi. Punta lang kayo dyan sa kanilang website and i-avail nyo na para makaroon kayo ng discount sa kanilang pinopromote na course.
Mm,
Okay? So
yes.
yun guys, nakasend na dito yung link ng ating attendance. So, may nagsabi na hindi daw working yung link. What you need to do is go to our Facebook page, send us a message, mag-send po kayo ng screenshot na umattend kayo ng bookkeeping as proof na nandito kayo ngayon and then send nyo na yung full name ninyo and also your email address para maisama namin kayo sa pag-generate ng certificate. Okay? So, guys, maghihingi kami ng palambing sa inyo. Please follow our social media platforms. We have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook page, TikTok, and yun po, sa mga TikTok na makikita ninyo maraming scammers na dinadirect kayo sa Telegram, wala po kaming Telegram account. Okay? So, iwas po kayo sa scammer. Pag may nanghingi na sa inyo ng pera, wala na yon. Okay? Walang katotohanan yung mga ganon. Alright? So, guys, bigyan naman natin ng heart reaction si Mami Ladi para naman mabigyan natin siya ng pasasalamat, taus-pusang pasasalamat sa pag-share niya sa atin ng kanyang time and knowledge. Okay? Ayan, umuulan ang mga puso. Okay, guys. Taas naman ng mga kamay ng mga gustong sumama dito sa picture para meron kayong ano ba to? Souvenir, okay?